from the Hollywood Reporter. If you would read this story, Badger, give it to me.
After Warner Brothers controversially canceled Coyote versus Acme for a tax write-off, sparking industry outrage, Ketchup Entertainment has officially acquired the film and will bring it to theaters. The live-action animated hybrid starring Will Forte and John Cena and an animated Wile E. Coyote follows the classic Looney Tunes character as he sues the Acme Corporation over its defective products. Initially scrapped, the film became a hot topic in Hollywood, with filmmakers protesting Warner Brothers' decision. Eventually, the studio reversed course, allowing director Dave Green to shop the film, leading to Ketchup's acquisition. With a $70 million budget and backing from producers Chris Defaria and James Gunn, Coyote versus Acme will now have the theatrical release fans demanded.
Wow, good.
This and the cancellation of Batgirl were like the first things we heard from Zaslav when he took over.
Yeah. What do we think about this?
I think this is good. I think it's great.
I'm going. I want to see what this is all about. It could, in fact, be even better than Day the Earth Blew Up.
Fun premise.
Yeah. What do you think, everybody?
I mean, ultimately, why did they cancel it in the first place? Because you don't cancel something that's good. You know, they must have seen something.
Well,
because if you have an asset that
but they also released Brave New World.
If you have an asset out there that you could just throw out into the market and make money, you do that. So you know, as much as if I believe the hype behind this movie, I'm excited. But deep down, there's something got to be wrong with this movie.
I think they're over Looney Tunes.
Do you think it might be like some of the
Asian characters? Yes.
No, but like some of the humor, like we just talked about James Bond, it being difficult to make a modern James Bond. Can you look, I loved Looney Tunes as a kid. Loved it. I watched it. I did not like Mickey Mouse. I thought Mickey Mouse was milquetoast. Disney characters were fine, I thought, for little kids, but I loved Saturday morning. The Bugs Bunny show was amazing, and I loved it, but it's violent with guns and characters trying to kill each other and like explosives, dynamite. Is that a problem? I mean, think about it. Like, could you make the Three Stooges today?
Well, the first question I ask is, who is this movie
violent.
for, right? Like, who's this movie for? Is it for kids or is it for adults? And if it's for adults, then, I don't know. I can see for a studio where this movie might be a problem financially as far as who to market it to. Because technically you are using cartoon characters, but you're going after adults. So it has to be pretty humorous or rated R. But if it's not going to be that, and you're trying to get it towards kids, but it's all taking place within a courtroom, I don't know. It seems like it's like kind of problematic for a studio.
I mean, think of it this way: if Coyote versus Acme was similar to The Day the Earth Blew Up, then they should have released it because it's the exact same movie. What made them believe in that movie and not this one?
Yeah, I'm more inclined to agree with Alan on this. Like, I think there's something we're not seeing.
I don't know. I think that they're I mean, look at what they did with Velma. They completely erased everything about Scooby-Doo, right? And changed it completely. And I'm sure that this movie leaned into the legacy of Looney Tunes being the humor being derived from the violence. It is cartoon violence, right?
Sure, but who's it for?
Giant mallets. I don't know. I grew up on Looney Tunes. It's for me. It's for everybody, for kids and whatever. Are they afraid that maybe kids will be influenced by this?
Yeah. I mean, also, who was it that said that this was a great movie? It was the people who made the movie.
Well, that's true. Actually, you're right.
I mean, the people who made Batgirl thought it was a great movie. I mean,
yeah, but look, I still think I would like to see it if it's at least kind of on the lines, along the lines of The Day the Earth Blew Up. There's something about Warner Brothers, like they're embarrassed of their past characters. Like they can't. How do you make a modern like Bugs Bunny? I think you just make it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're right. I hope the reason they shelved it was because it was too dangerous for children to watch.
Yeah.
That would be the great reason to then bring it back.
Well, how did Space Jam 2 do in the box office?
Not great, but it was the pandemic, and you could blame that.
And it was LeBron James.
And LeBron James, who I don't.
He's
I'm
no
not
Michael Jordan.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
They can't do Looney Tunes anymore because Vaudeville's gone. Almost all their gags came from vaudeville.
Yeah.
Well, the day the Earth blew up, I think, kind of brought it back. There were other problems I had with it, but at least you had the slapstick. You had people.
Pinky and the Brain was fantastic.
Yeah,
and so were the
And the
Animaniacs.
Brain. I think, yeah.
And the Animaniacs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see it regardless, just because I'm morbidly curious. So I'm definitely going to watch it. But I think this is going to be a weird one. I think it's going to be. It's going. You know what? If this movie succeeds, it's going to be a lot of word of mouth.